4. Listen to the Lord's message, you Israelites, for the Lord has a covenant lawsuit against the people of Israel. For there is neither faithfulness nor loyalty in the land, nor do they acknowledge God. There is only cursing, lying, murdering, stealing, and adultery. They resort to violence and bloodshed. Therefore the land will mourn, and all its inhabitants will perish. The wild animals, the birds of the sky, and even the fish in the sea will perish. Do not let anyone accuse or contend against anyone else, for my case is against you, priests. You stumble day and night, and the false prophets stumble with you. You have destroyed your own people. You have destroyed my people by failing to acknowledge me. Because you refuse to acknowledge me, I have rejected you as my priest. Because you reject the law of your God, I will reject your descendants. The more the priest increased in number, the more they rebelled against me. They have turned their glorious calling into a shameful disgrace. They feed on the sin offerings of my people. Their appetites long for their iniquity. I will deal with the people and priests together. I will punish them both for their ways, and I will repay them for their deeds. They will eat but not be satisfied. They will engage in prostitution but will not increase in numbers, because they have abandoned the Lord by pursuing other gods. Old and new wine take away the understanding of my people. They consult their wooden idols, and their diviner staff answers with an oracle. The wind of prostitution blows them astray. They commit spiritual adultery against their God. They sacrifice on the mountaintops and burn offerings on the hills. They sacrifice under oak, poplar, and terebinth, because their shade is so pleasant. As a result, your daughters have become cult prostitutes, and your daughter-in-laws commit adultery. I will not punish your daughters when they commit excuse me. I will not punish your daughters when they commit prostitution, nor your daughter-in-laws when they commit adultery. For the men consort with harlots, they sacrifice with temple prostitutes. It is true, a prophet that lacks understanding will come to ruin. Although you, O Israel, commit adultery, do not let Judah become guilty. Do not journey to Gilgal. Do not go up to Beth-aven. Do not swear as surely as the Lord lives. Israel has rebelled like a stubborn heifer. Soon the Lord will put them out to pasture like a lamb in a broad field. Ephraim has attached himself to idols. Do not go near him. They consume their alcohol. They engage in cult prostitution. They dearly love their shameful behavior. A whirlwind has wrapped them in its wings. They will be brought to shame because of their idolatrous worship. You're wondering on the word Terebinth there? Okay. King's Fist, your wife turned on the car, it connect. Yeah. Whenever I'm listening to podcasts on my earbuds and my wife is arriving home, it will connect to the car. The car is the malicious party here. The car does the auto connecting. It just does it. It just does it. Okay, when we get to the word Terebinth, we'll go look it up. Supersonic, you're wondering on that. Okay. So we have the message of the covenant lawsuit. So God is now laying out his case. You have lost faithfulness. You are not loyal to the land. You do not acknowledge God. Instead, here are the things that are there. There is cursing. There is lying. There is murder. There is stealing. There is adultery. There are 5. There are 5 things. Oh, wait. And they resort to violence and bloodshed. There are 7. See how we did the 5 set apart? This is the law. You're disobeying the law. And then we have 7. This is the totality. You are completely doing everything that is what you are not supposed to do. And the culmination is the violence and bloodshed. Though those could be seen as 1, so maybe it's 6, but it's listed violence and bloodshed. Not all violence is bloodshed, which is different than lying. And the adultery here that is being mentioned is spiritual adultery. It is a relationship of acknowledging other gods instead of God, more specifically than it is going to be any actual sexual activity. The land is going to mourn because the inhabitants are going to perish. The wild birds of the sky, even the fish of the sea will perish. So it just sounds like the days of Noah. We're not going to spare everything. The whole land must be purged and cleansed. Do not anyone curse or contend against anyone else, for my case is against the priest. So we don't have any contention going on here. Oh, wait a minute. It's worse than that. The priests are the problem. Now I'm going to address the priest, who should be teaching the people what to do, who should be correcting the people. Instead, the priests are the ones leading people astray, not acknowledging me. The priests are the ones exploiting the people as well. They have rejected the law, so I'm going to reject their descendants. The more the priests increase, the more they rebel against me. They have turned their glorious calling into shameful disgrace. They feed on the sin offerings of my people. So their appetites, like they're just exploiting the people. We need more offering because we need more. We need more. So they are going to be repaid for their deeds. They will eat but not be satisfied. They will engage in prostitution but not increase in numbers. So they're not going to be fruitful and multiply, which is the thing that you would want them to do. They're leading people astray. They're going to be thwarted. And then we have more ways in which they are doing things. The diviner staff with oracles, the wooden idols, the prostitution. The wind of prostitution blows them astray. They commit spiritual adultery against God, the sacrifice on mountaintop. Like, it's just going through the litany of all the wrong that they are doing and the ways they're leading the people astray. And then we are, hey, don't go over to Judah and lead them astray. Do not let Judah become guilty. Do not go down to Gilgal. Do not go down to Beth Haven. Do not swear as surely as the Lord lives. Stop doing these things. You're a rebellious heifer, and you're going to be put out to pasture. And then again, the alcohol, the prostitution, the shameful behavior, you're going to be exposed. It's going to come to an end. Okay. We still iced in, so Mom can't get to work. Sorry to hear that, Zach Attack. Should you close your disc? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about there. Okay, so we had Terebinth. Let me find the name there. What verse was that in? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Come on, where is it? Where is it? Sacrifice, prostitute, adultery, temple of prostitutes, adultery. There is more adultery. Heifer, attach them, go, shameful, bum, bum, bum. Where did it go? I don't see it. Do you remember what verse it was in, Supersonic? Or was it in the last chapter and I just had already gone past it? Let me go back and see. I will. All right, let me go over here and search. With the trees, okay. $4.13, okay. 4:13. There it is. Okay. Mountains, the hills, under the elms, God, therefore, the daughters, there's, well, okay, wait. under the poplar, the oak, the poplar, and the terebinth. Okay. Oaks, the poplars. Ah, here it says elm. Here it says elm, not terebinth. Interesting. Ella. Okay. So oak, alan, poplars, libne, and the elms, ella. Okay. I can't find that for you. I would have, well, I guess I can look here. Okay. Oh, it did go to an ad break. Yeah. Sorry about that. Didn't miss much. So Israel. Let's just go back to the Hebrew. It is Allah. Allah. Okay, can I find that? There it is. Okay, so it is what they're saying, elms here. Elah.
Strong's H424. Elah. Elah.
Okay. So they translated it 11 times as oak, 1 times as elm, teal tree once, but then when you go to look at the outline of usage, it says terebinth tree. But this is the valley of where David killed Goliath. That is probably the point that is trying to be a connection here, even to the valley where David killed Goliath. Is probably what we are trying to think about here. That's bringing in, they sacrifice on the mountaintops, they burn offerings on the hills, they sacrifice even in the place where David stood up for God. They're sacrificing to foreign gods in the place where David slaughtered Goliath because of the foreigners who are worshiping foreign gods. That's probably what we have going on there. Okay, I hope that made sense.